Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and today we're having a go at a fascinating puzzle by the Dutch puzzle master Ard. Okay, I'll just give you a clue about the rules straight away. Neighbouring digits on the yellow line must differ by at least 3, on the orange line by at least 4, and on the green line by at least 5. So that's what you get in 345 by Ard van de Wetering, and I'm looking forward to having a go at that, actually for a specific reason. Its rule set is, well, to some extent its shape and rule set has similarities to the Saturn puzzle in our Patreon content for the month, the Planet Suite, where I think people are saying the Saturn puzzle is the hardest of the first 5. Jupiter, not necessarily the hardest, but the oddest, and Saturn probably the hardest of the first 5. So anyway, do join us on Patreon. Check out that content, especially if you like this puzzle, because there's another one there with similarities. And I'm talking rings, and I'm talking Dutch whispers, which are the orange rule. Anyway, always worth joining our Patreon. Anyway, always worth getting our apps. There are puzzles by all sorts of people on our apps, including ourselves, and very popular they've proved. So what else have we got? We've got Sven's SUDOKU PAD, our catalogue, the Discord server. All the links under the video will take you to those, and our merchandise as well. But the first link is to this puzzle. It's called 345, I think obviously because of the differences on these various lines. So let's go through the rules again. The rules are, normal Sudoku rules apply. So 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Straightforward enough. Neighbouring digits on the yellow line. So any 2 neighbouring digits must differ by at least 3. So you could put 1 and 4 in those, but you couldn't put 3 and 5 in those two because the difference wouldn't be enough. The neighbouring digits on the orange line must differ by at least 4. So this is 1, 3, 4, or 5, I reckon. And neighbouring digits on the green line by at least 5. Now, when Ard sent this to us, he had different colours, but I think we've got used to seeing green lines as a difference of 5, that's German whispers, and orange lines as a difference of 4, that's Dutch whispers. So we've not had a difference of 3 before, as far as I know. Do have a go at the puzzle on the link under the video. The length of the video will probably give you a clue as to how it's going. Ard, not afraid to give us given digits. There are 3 of them in the puzzle, thank you. And I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Now, how do we get cracking? Well, we get cracking in these cells. Right, the German whisper line is always going to be the most helpful of this rule set. The differences of 5, I normally know 3 things. One is that you can't put a 5 on that line at all. The second is that the numbers on it must alternate between higher than 5 and lower than 5. And the third is that 6 and 4 are difficult to place because they can only have one possible neighbour. So if you have a line where 6 or 4 must be on it, that's useful. And here, it's not that 6 must be on it, 6 is on it. So its neighbours must both be 1. And we can even mark all the low digits on that line and all the high ones. Now, I don't think we can carry these high and low ratios to the rest of the puzzle, because high and low means a different thing on the Dutch whisper line and almost nothing on the yellow whisper line, I would say. So this may not be all that helpful, but for now, okay, right, this is 7 or 8 because it sees 6 and 9 and it has to be high. This one it couldn't be 6. It can't be 9 clearly because of that. It also can't be 6 because that would be a 1 and that would clash with that. So this indeed is, well, I was going to write 2, 3 or 4 since it can't be a 1, but actually I think we know what number this is. Its neighbours are 7 and 8. One of those is 7, knowledge bomb, and the difference from 7 is going to mean this has to be a 2. So we've got a bit of a start. This is 2 or 3 as well, because that can't be a 1, and it's also got to have 7 or 8 as its neighbour. This one is at least 7, therefore. In fact, anything that has 2 neighbours that see each other is any high digit that has 2 neighbours on a green line that see each other is at least 7. But that's 2, 3 or 4, that could be 4. This one can't be 4 because that can't be 9. And this one could be any high digit except 6. So we've got to start. We've got this 7, 8, 2 pair. So I wonder if box 6 is where to look. Okay, I'm going to tell you something theoretical about the orange line first. Now, this doesn't have to alternate between high and low because, as you will have observed from thinking about the numbers that have a difference of at least 4, you could go down twice in a row. So you could go from high, you could theoretically go 9, 5, 1. And that means the alternation thing that the green line maintains doesn't necessarily work. However, it is worth bearing in mind that the only way to not have an alternation of high and low on an orange line is to have exactly that, 951 or 159, breaking up that pattern. I'm going to mark some high and low digits just to see what happens. This is obviously high. Now, this one, okay, what I'm going to have to do is accept, and this might be complicated, that on the orange line, a low digit can include 5 and a high digit can include 5. But that has to be low by that definition. This one can't be low again because that would be 5 and this would be 1, but it can't be 1 because of the row. So this will have to be high. And that means somewhere 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. But this one sees a 7, 8 pair. So that is now 5, 6 or 9. Now this is going, I was going to say this is going to have to be low. But it's not, because that could be 5 and this could be 9. Oh, maybe this is pointless. I want to say this is low, but my definition of low on orange includes 5. Well, okay, let's pencil mark them. 1, 3, 4 or 5. So 6. 6 is on this yellow line in the box because it can't be on the orange line and it's clearly not on the green line. So 6 is one of those cells. What's 6 going to be next to in this box? Ooh, if we knew that was 6, this would have to be 3 and 1. But 6 could be there. Oh, okay, hang on. That's very, very interesting. If 6 is in one of those two cells, this one has to be a 3 because 7, 8, 2, 9 are gone in the box. 1 sees that cell. So you've only got 3, 4 and 5 left if 6 is in one of those cells for this cell. And 3 is the only one far enough away. So if 6 is in one of those cells, that's a 3. Otherwise, this is a 6. And then this is a 3, 1 pair. So 3 has to be in this group of cells and not in this pair. That feels interesting. Oh, yes. Yes, that's brilliant. Right, this is 3 or 6. It doesn't matter which it is, does it? These can't be 4 or 5. They're too close. The yellow line turns out to have some power. I thought it was almost powerless, and I was totally wrong. If this is 3 or 6, I don't think either of these can be 4 or 5, whichever form that takes. That's definitely right. Okay. So if these can't be 4 or 5, this group of cells is 1, 3, 6. This is a 4, 5 pair. Now this is progress. This is interesting. Whichever one of these two is 4, the next cell on the orange line, which can't be 7 or 8, has to be 9. So one of these two is a 9. Now I'm marking across boxes. I don't like doing that, but this is getting very interesting. Yeah, that's really, really interesting. Because what's the other digit in these two cells? It's the one that is touching 5. And 5 can only touch 9 and 1 in these cells. Or in the next cell, I mean. 9 or 1. One of these is a 5. It's touching 9 or 1. But 4 is touching 9. I don't know whether that's to the north or the south. but 4 is touching 9, so 5 can't be touching 9. So this is a 9-1 pair, and that is telling us which way round they go. This is mystical, this puzzle. It's absolutely brilliant. So that's where the 5 goes. That's where the 4 goes. Again, I'm going to colour. I don't know what its value is. This is high, but it could be a 5. I want to say this is low, but could it be a 9? Well, this can't be a 9 now. This isn't allowed to be a 7-3 combo. That's not a 1. Right. These are at least 2 and 3, and I think that rules 7 out of this cell, because one of them is a 3 or a 4, and that would be too close to 7. This is now a 2-3 pair in the column. Is that useful? Ah, well, yes, it is. Yes, this 9, what's its next cell? It now can't be 1, 2, or 3. So it's 4 or 5. It can't, oh, it could be 5. But it can't then have a low digit here, because 5 could link to a low digit, but it would be 1, and we've had a 1 in the box. So this is high, and it's high enough to allow this to be 4 or 5. So it's 8 or 9. It is. That has to be right, doesn't it? 4 or 5 there. This can't be 1. Yes. Even Dutch whispers can't hold me at bay. Right, 8-9 pair there. This is a 7. Now that can't be a 3. That's a 2. That's a 3. That fixes this, which can't be a 7. Oh, I love the flow of this puzzle. That becomes an 8. Sorry, that becomes not an 8, so it's 7 or 9. Now, 8 or 9 there. This is low, and it can't be 1 or 2. It's 3, 4, or 5. It can't be 5, because that can't be 1 or 9. So that's low. I'm going to colour that one. This is high, but it can't be 6, 7, or 9. 5 would be too close. That's an 8. And that doesn't decide between 4 and 3 for me. Now, this has to be low, and it can't be 1 or 4, so it's 2 or 3. This is high, and it's not 9. It's 6, 7, or 8. 2 or 3 need a difference of 4. This is low, can't be 5, can't be 1. It's 2, 3, or maybe 4. This must be high. Can't be 5, yes. This, look, we've had 8 and 6 in the column, so that's 7 or 9. Now, this must be low, but this is by the full definition of low, which includes a possible 5. So I'm putting 1, 2, 4, 5 in there. And this, I can't mark it as high. In fact, it can't be 8, 9, or 7. Or 2, or 3 by Sudoku. So it's 1, 4, 5, or 6. Now, how are we going to make this pair work together? Difference of 4. Neither of them can be 4, because there wouldn't be a satisfactory difference of 4. That could be, it could go 1, 5, 1, 6, 2, 6, or 5, 1. I don't think any of those digits is necessary. Oh, hang on, there's a 1 here. Sorry, just scanning skills failing me. Stormtrooper work there. This now cannot be a 5 anymore. Oh, but I don't know whether it's high or low. That's weird, isn't it? That can't be a 3. I hadn't noticed that yet. This is a weird 7-9 pair. I don't know why, it just feels weird. That can't be a 6 for 2 reasons, especially that 6. How is this 1, 3, 6 business not at all resolved? That can't be a 6. Maybe it is. Maybe I've just not noticed. This is 1 or 3, so that can't be a 3. There we go. It is all resolved. No, it's partly resolved. We get the 6 in the middle. I'm not colouring high and low on the yellow line because they just have different meanings. Now I'm just going to do Sudoku, frankly. This is 6, 7 or 8. This one, actually I said I was doing Sudoku, but this has to be 4 away from 1. So all the high digits are possible. Now, are they? Well, is 6 possible here at all? No, it isn't. Ah, that's it. 6 can't go with any of those. Yeah, okay. So this isn't 6, this is 1. This is now 5. This is 9. That's 7. 7 can't be next to 4, so that's 2. This is 8 by Sudoku. That gives us a 9 down here. I can't do these two. Can't do that or that. I don't think this has changed. This can't be 8 anymore. 7 or 6, right. By Sudoku, this is 3, 4 or 6. Well, there's a problem there. This can't be 6. Well, a slight problem. This is 3 or 4. Now, this one has stopped being able to be 5 or 8. What's going on up here? We're going to need to put a 4 on this line. What's it going to be next to? I keep thinking that it has to be next to 2 different digits. That's absolutely not the case. But it can't be here because that difference won't work. So 4's in one of those 2 cells. And we're only choosing from 4, 6, 7 and 9 here. That's not 4. This one isn't 7 or 9 because of Sudoku. So this can't be 4 or 6 and maintain the difference with this number. Perfect. It's surprising, very surprising how powerful the yellow line is. This is the only place for 4 in the box now. This can't be 6, so the only place for 6 in the box has become here. And we've got a 7, 9 pair there. Now by Sudoku, 9, this is 3 or 4, forming a pair. Not actually doing anything for the line, but now I know where 9 goes in row 2. That's a 7, 8 pair, which gives me a 7, 8 pair in the column. I'm not so interested in that. This one, by Sudoku, 4, 5, 6 or 7. But this difference of 3 is only going to be maintained if this is 6 or 7. And we've got a 7, 8 pair. So that's 6. That's 3 now. 4 over here, that has to be next to 7. 5 and 4 to finish the rows. What a lovely puzzle. This is so interesting. I hope people find Saturnalia as interesting as this in the monthly reward. I mean, I think it is, but wow, this is really good. Now, how am I going to get these resolved? No, let's keep going around the yellow line. Actually, that might be better. 4, 7, 8, 5, 1, 6. This is 2, 3 or 9 by Sudoku. And 6 could be next to any of those. Okay, that was no good. Let's try this one, which is by Sudoku. Ooh, 3 or 6. I don't think it can be 3 because the difference there won't work. So that's a 6. That fixes 3 and 6 at the top. 3 and 5 there, but this can't be 5 on the line, so 3, that sorts out my 3, 4, 5 triple that had only just emerged. This one can't be 3 or 4, which are 2 of the candidates left in the row, so that's 5. 3 and 4 go in. I hope I haven't made a mistake anywhere. I don't know why I suddenly have a sinking feeling that I might have done. That's become a 4. This is 8, 3, 6. There's no line down here, of course. 8 there and a 3, 6 pair. We get the 1 and the 8. 6 and 1. 7, 9 left as a pair. But I've got a 7, 8 pair in column 2. So 9 and 7 are resolved. 7, 6, 3. Didn't get a 3 in any corner, sadly. This has become an 8. That has become an 8. That doesn't do anything on the Dutch whisper line. Oh, but I've got a yellow whisper line here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 4. Oh, 1 in the column has to be there. That's 2, that's 5. They're all done. Oh, actually, that does everything here. Now, This is 259. By Sudoku, that's a 5. Then I've got a 2-9 pair that they aren't resolved by that one, and they aren't resolved by that one. Oh. Nor are these 1-3 pairs resolved. So it's got to be Sudoku in the middle box. That's very clever art. That's a 4-7 pair. In fact, I know which is which. We can put in 4 and 7. That's a 3. Just looking at Sudoku now seems to probably be the way to get home. 2 and 5. That 2 has sorted out the 2-9 pair. Sorry, I hadn't noticed. That 3 is looking at that number. 6 and 1, 9 and 8. I love it. I love this puzzle. It's really clever. That hasn't taken as long as I expected, but it's been really interesting. The way that those lines work together within, especially box 6, I think. I really liked that. But then, actually, as the lines turned the corners, they were very interesting too. It's a lovely puzzle. I feel a lot of people will find it more difficult than I did, but I think I got lucky with the order I was attacking things in. I'm not sure. Anyway, that is ARDS 345. Thank you, as always, for watching us on the channel, whether you watch us at 3:45 or not. Now, I am glad that we finished early-ish because I have my brother and sister coming around today, and we're getting together, and we're going to have... Well, Simon would be delighted. We're going to have some chocolate cake to celebrate my brother's birthday a bit belatedly. So there it is. And I think that cake will go down very well. I had to actually intervene at the bakery where they'd spelt our name without the middle L. What? Do they not follow the channel? What's going on? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Happy birthday to my brother, and bye for now.